friends, welcome back to O'Reilly. Guess what I'm checking out in this video? I'm heading to Mind Museum's Space Adventure. I have already been to the main building of Mind Museum before, but since we didn't have too much time on our hands, we checked out this smaller area of Mind Museum to learn about space. This installation has many activities suitable for younger children. Here, I'm learning about space rocks, comets, meteors, asteroids, and more. I match each colored pipe to the right description. I like how it gives information about each space rock and the colors are so bright. Now, I'm doing this puzzle to match the rocket parts. This one is actually pretty easy. You just have to match the backgrounds to get the right rocket. See? Next up is the star wheel. It shows you which month each star constellation shows up and where you find it in the sky. Here I am studying the constellations. Each one has many different details. Now I am playing geoboard. I have to make the constellation shapes with rubber bands. Now I am entering an area which can tell me about our solar system. They have some space-themed Legos around the entrance. It's interesting how I learned that when you are on a different planet, you actually weigh differently. Like on Uranus, I'd be 57 pounds. On Saturn, I weigh 61 pounds. On Neptune, I'm 64 pounds. On Venus, I weigh 56 pounds. I wouldn't want to stand there anyway. It's super hot. Here on Earth, I weigh 60 pounds. On some planets, you get lighter.
It rotates on its side.
Each of the planets have a little bit of information about them on the back. It seems like on all of the gas planets, I weigh more. And on the rocky planets, sometimes a bit less. Dun dun dun! On Jupiter, I weigh 147 pounds! It's the heaviest compared to all the other planets.
How many moons does Neptune have?
13. Did you know that on Saturn, one of its moons possibly has a body of water on it, and also maybe even life? I am reading up on satellites now because the next one is Control Room. Here I learn about the Diwata satellite. There's also this fun game that tells you about how the satellite launched into space. And there's an interactive game where you can hold the joystick to move the Diwata. When it's still on Earth, you have to move it onto the rocket parts. I've realized that when it comes to space exploration, technology and robotics really play a huge role. So if you want to go to space, you better polish up on your math and science, guys. Now we have got liftoff! The display shows which parts of the rocket detach as it leaves our atmosphere. Look at how from that huge rocket, only a small satellite remains. There are sketchboards and brick building activities. Can you imagine, since there's no gravity in space, this is how they work? The next installation is what a space station might look like if you were to stay there for a couple of months. This is where they sleep. And the funny thing is, in space, since there's no gravity, you have to seatbelt yourself onto the bed so you won't fly away. This is the command center, where you can monitor the space station and even communicate with people on Earth. Next to it is a space lab, where they conduct all their studies, look at specimens, and catalog their research. And of course, no spacecraft would be complete without a kitchen. They bring pre-packed meals, but they also grow their food. It must take so much discipline to live in a space like a spacecraft. No wonder astronauts go through such rigorous training to keep their bodies healthy and their minds mentally stable. This tube connects to the greenhouse, where they grow vegetables and fruits. Personally, I don't think I'd be able to live in a space station since I like to move around. Being in a confined space for a long time would make me go cuckoo bananas. This Mine Museum Space Exploration Installation, whoa, that's a mouthful, is a good introduction for kids to see a glimpse into what life might be in space. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you want to visit the Mine Museum for yourself, go to BGC Metro Manila. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!